do. I need notes.
Where we are from.
You have a doodle of a dick with sperm.
All right, I can't look at a doodle of a dick and then come up with ideas.
Yes, we got it. We got it. Don't worry.
All right, you guys are
Welcome. This week has been incredibly tough here on us down here. But today we try Oh Yeah by Magnify Brewing. Fruit Punch Sour Ale. Oh yeah, I'll do this again when the song ends so you can actually hear it, because I think this might be very good right now.
Oh, it sprayed me in the eyes.
Welcome.
Oh, it sprayed me in the eyes. It's so painful.
What were you spraying the eyes by there, Chris?
Not. Yeah, it was beer. It wasn't semen.
It's Oh Yeah.
It really does
by
sting.
Magnify Brewing. It is a fruit punch sour ale. It is 6% alcohol and comes in this pint.
You gonna chug the whole thing, Joe?
I don't know. I make it up as I roll.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I know. It's week. It's a week away.
Oh yeah.
I know it's a little. It's.
Ooh.
Is it a oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
It really is very fruit punchy.
It just tastes. Yeah, it is good. I'm not a big fruit punch guy, unfortunately for this.
Yeah, I thought that was weird when we said that we had the oh yeah fruit punch drink. I was like, doesn't Joe hate fruit punch? I was like, why did we pick this drink?
I picked it.
But don't worry, folks at home. I love fruit punch, so I'll balance out our scores.
It's good.
You want me to go first?
If you want. I don't believe it's 6% alcohol.
I'll go first. And guys, I'm going to go out of a 3 scale. I'm going to give it a 2.75. I think it's pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's pretty good.
It's a hammer of a score.
It is.
I believe
Worthy.
that's-
I think it's pretty delicious. I like sour beers, but it's not like
it
my
is.
go-to, but I'll drink it on like a hot summer day. This is a good hot summer day
This would
beer
be a
drink.
good
And this Memorial Day weekend, baby, go out and get this.
Yeah, this would be good on a boat if you tie the anchor to the boat. That's called a callback.
Yeah, call back to last episode last week when it was still possible that the Knicks could
I
be
was
going
watching
to the
those
third.
clips that went nuts this week. Love you guys. And that watch our clips.
Yeah,
Although I'll give it a 2.75 for taste buds, but as far as it going into your eyes, I'm gonna give it a 0.1, guys. It's not great, not great when it gets in your eyes. Jack, were you gonna say something?
I forget.
It was probably dumb anyway, Jack.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah, it was probably some dumb
worthless.
shit.
All right.
I want to apologize for last episode. I was kind of here. I showed up. I was too drunk, and Jack and Joe decided that I was too reckless to put on the air, so I had to sit behind the scenes.
I think it went well.
Yeah.
I think you stepped up to the
I
plate.
see you
Thanks,
got a haircut
guys.
since last week, too, because you look like
Thanks.
a wild man last week.
Is my mic hot right now? I feel like my mic is like really loud right now.
It's because I have the headphones turned up from last week.
Got you. Okay. All right.
Yeah. We're just making sure we hear you over there.
I get it.
Is that better?
And your hilarity.
Turn me up a little bit. I mean, like, yeah, there it is. There's the same old sexy that I know.
Oh, yeah. I'll give it a...
So what's happened since last week, Joe? Tell me.
I'll give it a 237 out of 281.
Wow.
It's done.
287 out of a 281. So you
237.
37. That's what is that? I mean, that's a decent score.
Yeah.
I think you're in the 60s.
in percentages,
70s?
I'd say 72%.
let's let the review lay where it lies. You know what I mean? Like,
It's a C, I would say.
okay.
No, it's good. I do like it, and I do like sours. I just don't like fruit punch. And it is very fruit punch forward.
I don't know how you made it through childhood.
Oh, it's an 84, dude.
Oh, all right. Well, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty high up there, dude.
So that was good. You were asking me a question though that I forgot.
You were asking about what has
What I
happened
did
since-
this week.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. How was your week, Joe?
I did another week of SQF prep for an audit coming up. Did a ton.
Great.
Of
I'm glad I
paperwork.
asked. Anyway, I'm planning on going. Continue. What is an SQF, Joe? Tell us all about the chocolate
The
industry.
SQF is Safe Quality Food, and they are an organization that third-party certifies people, saying the plant is clean and they do everything the right way, and they
This sounds like a scam. Do you need me to kill
can
somebody?
make a
Joe?
recall. It is a scam. The FDA is a
I'll kill
scam.
him.
We should tear it down
Joe, I'll
from,
kill him.
from the inside.
It's weird because all these government agencies that are designed to protect us, they do to a certain extent, but then they also are extremely corrupt and like can be bought out. So it's like it's weird. It's like we need them, but they're also killing us at the same time. It's like it's a weird thing. It's like we have to find some kind of way to like regulate this shit. Like I don't know what to do. I'm no expert on government, but that seems to be the case. It just seems to be like everything that's supposed to protect us winds up killing us, and vice versa. Like everything, like it's weird.
I too enjoy that the FDA lies to us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Also, 9 out of 10 dentists don't all vote the same way every time.
okay. I never pay attention to what the dentists say. I'm all about like, yo, that packaging looks sick, and it's behind a locked door at CVS, so it must be good. If it's behind
And then he rubs
if I have
Old
to call
Spice
for
on his
assistance
teeth.
to open it, then it must be helping my teeth.
Yes, then he rubs Old Spice on his teeth.
Dude, I want to. I got.
Nitulum.
I'm supposed to be going on a camping trip next weekend. I want to talk about
Ooh.
camping, right?
Okay.
And I'm
I'm good
going
at
to try
camping.
to talk about camping without getting into your brother and Jerry banging a girl in a tent,
Okay, yeah.
because I
that's a
feel
boring
like
story anyway.
that's
Nobody
come up
wants to
like
hear that.
twice on the show. And as much as I love exploring that story, I feel like we can't talk about it anymore without Jerry being here.
It is a true story of exploration. You're right.
Yeah, but next week I'm camping with a couple that I've known for a long time, and I'm camping with it's gonna be me and your sister
Yep.
and them, so it's gonna be 4 of us, right?
Yep.
And the last time I went on this camping trip with this couple, the man was he like dominated me, and I didn't like it. Do you know what I mean?
He like held you down.
don't know.
Not in like a prison like rapey thrusty way.
Camera's working, right? Just in case this is a confession.
It was like okay, dude. So we agreed before we went on the camping trip. We were like, okay, I was gonna take care of breakfast, and he was gonna take care of dinner.
Every day.
Yeah, we were only here for 2 days. Like
Oh,
two,
okay.
yeah, like it was like 2 days and 3 nights or something like that.
Oh,
Right?
so he got fucked on the dinners, huh?
Yeah, something like that. I forget what it was, but like it was like I brought the weed, or he brought the weed, and I was doing more meals or some shit. It all balanced out. But anyway, it was like when it came time for me to make breakfast, I would wake up early in the morning. It'd be like 8:00 in the morning. I'd take my piss. I'd go over. I'd start cooking, and then he would wake up. And like, despite the fact that we went to bed at 3:00 in the morning and we were smoking weed and drinking all night, like he would get up like he had to. Like he was like, all right, what are we doing out here? I was like, nothing. Go back to sleep. I'll cook breakfast and then I'll wake you up when it's ready. And he's like, nah, you're not going to do it right. And it just made me so mad. Like he would just like sit
Damn,
there and like
dude.
watch me cook breakfast and like critique everything I was doing.
He said that and didn't even cook.
And
Like,
just
he
like
just watched you cook,
no.
bro?
Then he like eventually like took over and just cooked like everything, and I was like, and he fucking burnt. The eggs were dry, and the fucking bacon was undercooked, and I was just like, I would have done better, but you took over, so whatever. And I feel like I really gotta come into my own on this trip, and I gotta take over. I gotta become the alpha
You
male.
should bring fully cooked bacon
Just like
and powdered eggs.
cook it before we go, dude. That'd be so sick. So when he wakes up in the morning and he's like, "All right, dude, what'd you do wrong?" I'm like, "It's done already."
Just have it in a tray in the oven. Start it up and be like, it's gonna be ready. Oh wait, it is.
Yeah.
But like,
It's just a breakfast casserole.
I'm so excited to camp. Like, I have all this shit. Like, I bought all this stuff to get, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm so ready to go. And then for him to just show up and be like, "I got it. Don't worry about it. I got better stuff than you." Is like, it just takes all the wind out of my sails, man. Like, what do I do?
What was the? Were you in a kitchen?
No, we were just on a campground, man.
Oh, so how did he just with the fire? He just made eggs and bacon.
Yeah, well, like, we had like a little thing that like hangs over the fire. I don't know how to describe it. It was like a little
Grate.
thing. Yeah, grate that like just
How do
goes
you do
over
eggs
the fire.
that way?
You just put it in a frying pan. You crack a bunch of
Okay.
eggs, stir it up in the pan in the cast iron.
He was expecting you not to have a pan in this situation.
It was just like every
For
meal.
certain.
Like when I was like trying to get the fire going, he would come up and be like, "I got it. I'll get the fire going." I'm like, and then of course he couldn't either. It was like super damp out, and like it had rained for fucking a week
Sometimes
prior.
guys just have to do it.
It was so funny. It was like we had such like a man off, and it was like neither one of us could admit it. Like it was bad.
Oh, I would
But
be
so I got to show
fine
up
in
with
that
some shit he's not expecting. Like,
Dude.
I would do the complete opposite. I would show up in a bathrobe and keep getting manicures the whole time you're there.
yeah, just let him take over.
Just go ahead, brother.
Just take the total feminine role.
Joe does have a really good.
I can't. I got a new girlfriend's coming with me. I can't look like a little bitch.
Joe,
No, if you do it as a joke, Aaron will find it funny as well.
That's true. Erin is pretty cool. She would probably.
Aaron will
find
be
it
like, "That is hilarious. You should keep playing that is as if you're his girlfriend."
funny. I should give Erin all the cool shit to start fires and stuff, and let her take over and like emasculate Ken.
Yes.
and I'll be like, "Sweetheart, did you get the fire going?"
Yeah, I think it's great.
No.
I can give her some of my fucking like overalls and shit.
yeah. Dude, she wears overalls every day.
Just enormous overalls and comes. Is that for a bear? No. These are my overalls.
It's, you guys ever been to a north south campground? It's in upstate New York. It's like it's
No.
apparently the number one most popular campground on the East Coast. North South Lake. North South Lake
Campground.
New York,
It says it right there. Look at that. North South Lake Campground, New York.
Yeah. It's supposed to be beautiful. It's funny, like I looked up a campground like fucking 6-7 months ago at this place trying to get a spot, and it was all booked up, but then they found one. So it was like somebody must have canceled or something. But we'll be there. This is coming out Memorial Day weekend, so it's too late. But
that's a nice fucking pic. Is that it?
yeah, it's supposed to be beautiful. It's literally the most popular campground on the East Coast. It's supposed to be incredibly beautiful, and like there's tons of hiking, and it's like awesome. So I kind of can't wait, but I just hope it doesn't rain, man. It's rained fucking 8 out of every 10 weekends, like the past like
It's supposed
4
to rain
years.
today. It
or
was a
something.
beautiful day.
It's crazy, dude. It's nuts. If you look at the calendar from the past 4 years, I think it's 4 years. It's since 2020. It's rained like 85% of the weekends for 4 years.
Yes. No, dude, it's fucked up.
It's nuts. It rains every weekend. It's wild. Just by obviously just by coincidence, or God hates us. It's one or the other. It's either God hates us or
God
it's a
hates
coincidence.
Staten Island. That's a fact.
But in 2020, I remember in 2020 we had the best summer. The weather was gorgeous the entire summer. Every weekend was beautiful, and it was weird. It was very weird.
I'm not good at paying attention to the weather, so I have not noticed. But
You're not good at fucking anything.
it's true.
No, it's not true. You're good at sucking dick, Joe. I mean,
But I'm alright.
hand jobs. I mean, no. Football. You're good at football. You're good at drinking. You're definitely good at drinking. You're really good at a beer pong. You're good at podcasting. I think for sure.
Oh, thank you. I'm
You're good
apparently
at
not good
meeting weirdos.
marketing.
Can we talk about your?
I am good at meeting weirdos.
Can we talk about you meeting weirdos at night?
Yeah.
So before we get the this conversation started, I want to preface this with like saying like one night I was here drinking with Joe at the house. We got really drunk. It was like 2:30 in the morning. I started falling.
I feel like
asleep.
this is every time you guys hang out.
It's most of the time we hang out.
Yeah.
But this particular time was
He
really
usually
funny.
doesn't get tired at 2:30. So.
It was last summer, I remember, and it was like I started falling asleep on the couch. It was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. Everybody had gone to sleep. We had been drinking all night. There's no reason why Joe should even have been conscious. You know what I mean? And I was like, I'm just going to go to sleep on the bed right here. I mean, on the couch right here. And Joe's like, I'm going to go out looking for lurkers. And I'm like, I was like, what is a lurker? And he's like, people who got kicked out of the bar and who are just like looking to still drink and hang out. And they're weird. And I was like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I meet them all the time. I'll probably bring him back to the house.
Yeah, I recorded a podcast.
And I
one
was
time.
so drunk and so tired that I was just like, okay, Joe, okay. I'll see you when you bring him back to the house. And then he just went out into the night at fucking like 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever time it was. And I think you did meet lurkers that night. You didn't bring him back to the house.
I hung out. Yeah.
Did we tell the story of Aurora?
I don't believe we've spoken about the Aurora.
This is maybe the,
Not so boring,
the
Alice.
most 2 cubes story of all time. Joe, please tell the Aurora story.
okay.
We're going to have her on the podcast. No
Yeah,
doubt.
I believe so. I don't know how much to relinquish about our friend Aurora because
There's so much to share.
there is so much. She's amazing. But we were hanging out at this place, Ed and Mary's in
Ed and Mary's, Jersey City.
Jersey City. It's
Hamilton Park.
very cool.
So good.
Very cool place.
Great food, great service.
Unbelievable.
Awesome little spot. Great spot.
Yes. But we were leaving there. It was, I don't know what time of day. I don't know. It was late-ish. Or
Dog friendly. They're dog friendly.
at Ed and Mary's in Jersey City.
That's huge. Dog friendly is huge. People will like decide whether or not they go someplace based on it being dog.
Yeah, I know how dog-friendly they are. Remember that dude they kicked out because he had a dog?
Yeah. Well, you can't go inside at like, midnight
Yeah,
with a
no,
dog,
he
but
left
you can
his
hang
dog-
out outside with a dog.
That animal left his dog tied up outside while he went into the bar.
Yeah, that was pretty fucked up. He was in there for hours. Hours.
Like, whose dog is that?
Yeah, that was funny.
But
That dude was so ripped. He was so drunk. He like forgot he had a dog there. That's hilarious. He's an exception.
but
Look
no,
at the
it was-
rating though. Out of
was awesome,
533 reviews, they're at a 4.6 out of 5. That's fucking great.
Oh no, it is a great bar. And it's got a cool shape to it. It's very awesome. You can play NES at it. So
Yeah, they got crazy old school video games set up in the back, and everybody's cool. No, it really is a terrific bar. My friend's one of the owners, but I'm not just saying that.
yeah, I was gonna say I was not gonna divulge that information because I don't want them to think we're biased.
We're not. We're really not biased.
Yeah,
Legitimately,
non-biased.
like good food and shit.
Yes.
But yeah, that was just it was such a funny night, man. It
Yes,
was-
because Aurora was our Uber driver.
yeah, we were coming back. We got this crazy Uber driver, and like on the Uber app, it says because
I wish I could say her license plate because we're gonna
just say it. Just fucking say. Who cares?
I guess that's true. Her license plate is fart.
Just FART, dude.
That's it.
And like we're waiting for her to show up to pick us up, and like whoever ordered the Uber keeps showing everybody like it says her license plate is just fart. We're all like, no way. There's no way her license plate is fart. This must be like a joke. And then she pulls up and her license plate is fart, dude.
Yeah. But then so we get in to the Uber and we had too many people, so I was like, is it cool if we stuff
Pile. Yeah, she didn't care.
people in? She was like,
Yeah,
it's
sure,
fine.
Sure.
I don't care.
She immediately clocked us as like, yeah, like this crew.
This will be fine. So she's driving back and we're having a good time. We were talking and we get back here
And
we were like,
we realize halfway through the
"You wanna
ride
come
that
in?"
this chick vibes with us like perfectly.
Yeah.
Like she gets our sense of humor. So like we're laughing so hard. Yeah, it was a good time.
so we were like, you want to come inside? She was like, Hell yeah, I do. Fuck down, parking my car. Let's go to the fucking
And
site.
she's like, "Fuck it, I didn't even
So-
want to be working right now anyway."
Yeah. So it's like 2 a.m. and we are fucked up, and all of a sudden we're up here hanging out. At the
And
house.
mind you, this chick is like, you could tell this chick's a lesbian from like
Oh, yeah,
space.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
you could tell
it's
she's from orbit. Like it wasn't like we were trying to pick this girl up. We were like,
No.
this girl's just funny as fuck. Like we just want to
It's
hang out
awesome.
with this girl.
But so we hung out till I don't know 5 or
Yeah.
so a.m. I don't remember 6. Oh, 'cause we were down here 6:30 in the morning, by accident. It was completely by accident. And then the next weekend we hung out with her again.
Yeah, the following week, it was like we were all supposed to hang out here at
just
Joe's.
made new friends.
And you sent like a screenshot, like, yo, I asked Aurora to hang out, and she was like, absolutely. And she's
No,
like, I'll
she
be
texted
there
me.
by 8 or whatever. And then like by 8:30, she was here just hanging out, and we had like equally as good of a time. Like, yeah, just bullshit. It was such a good time.
It's great.
Yeah, she'll be around. I think we're gonna have her.
she's
on the
a real
podcast. She's
Weisenheimer.
funny as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we need a female energy here on the show at some
And she
point.
brings the female energy. Ooh, you should, instead of bringing Erin, bring her to the camping trip. She'll definitely teach that guy how to cook. And
Yeah, it's gonna be 2 straight couples, and then and then Aurora. She's awesome. There's so much to say about Aurora that like I feel like we're gonna leave it up to her to
Yeah,
divulge on
she's-
the podcast.
fantastic. It's amazing. As you get deeper and deeper, she's like, the fart thing is just a funny joke. I was like, yeah, I understand. It's funny. Like it's of course it's funny.
I just feel like there's so much going on behind the scenes here at Two Cubes that would, like
It is.
it's hard to even articulate.
I know.
Like last week I talked about me hanging out with your parents
Oh
in the
yeah.
backyard, and
You
there's
wanted
like
to talk about the dinner we had.
there's so much through the dinner. We're gonna introduce a new game here on Two Cubes, it's gonna be called "What Did Joe's Dad Eat for Various Meals?" And it's the funniest thing, just because like Joe will be like, "Oh, today's Saturday. Well, Joe, my dad definitely had a bagel for breakfast," and then we'll call his dad, and his dad will be like, "Well, so I was out on Route 3," and he'll tell you like a whole story before he ever gets to what he ate, and then Joe will be wrong anyway. But like, it'll be like a whole fucking
He will
story.
tell me all about why.
But like, just listening to the gears turn in your head about like what your dad ate for breakfast is so funny. We're like, well, he doesn't like that place because they have loud Caribbean women that don't listen to him when he talks. And then there's this other place, but he really likes the bagels. But it's like, you like go through all the logic. You're like, there's too much traffic on Route 3 for him to go there. It's so funny. And he's like,
They would have a line. They would have a line at that time. He doesn't like lines. Couldn't have been McDonald's.
Aaron was like, oh, Joe, let's play What Did Dad Eat for Breakfast? And the whole family gathered around. I was like,
Yeah.
there.
Everyone's fascinated by the fact that I pay
Because you
attention
remember,
to what
you
my
remember
dad.
better than he does.
Well, yeah, because half the time I'm the guy who orders it. Every day, Dad, did you eat today? No. You want something? Yeah. What do you want? I don't know. What are you thinking? We could split a sandwich. Yeah, that sounds good. So a sandwich. Like that's it. That's how it goes. And then when I'm like, I'm gonna go pick up lunch, she's like, God, yeah, all right. We've been talking about that already. I'm like,
I also love your dad's crackhead-like addiction to ice cream.
oh yes,
Yeah.
He's
So I was at your house the other night. I'm eating dinner. I'm talking to Erin at the kitchen table, and then she was like, "Do you want any dessert?" And your dad is like asleep, like 40 feet away. He's on the couch. He's like seemingly falling asleep while he's watching something on Netflix. And Erin's like, "Do you want something for dessert?" And I was like, "I don't know. I mean, like, your dad did say last time I was here, he did say that you guys had some delicious ice cream sandwiches." And she was like, "Yeah, they're probably still in there." And before she got to finish the sentence, your dad is like up off the couch, like walking. He's like, "Ice cream? Yeah, well, we got this." Like, he's just like telling me all about all the ice cream he's got. Like, he's
Yeah,
like
he
presenting
loves
it on
it.
the counter. And your sister's just like, "Well, he didn't say if he wanted it yet or not, but okay." All right." It was so funny. But your dad like loves ice cream. He has like a deep, passionate.
Yeah,
fucking-
he won the
ice cream.
ice cream
It's
eating
awesome.
contest at Applegate Farms many years ago.
Dude, I love Applegate Farms.
50 scoops of ice cream in 16 minutes.
Are you serious? That's incredible. That's nuts. How does your brain not fucking just implode on itself?
He won. Little plastic spoon.
Nuts. That's
I would love to
crazy.
take that down. That's a lot of sugar, but I would take that down.
Dude, what's the most amount of ice cream you've ever eaten in your life?
Probably like a full Ben and Jerry's.
Fuck.
In
Dude,
one
I think
sitting.
I think I've eaten like 2 Klondike bars in a row. I think that was my
I've eaten large quantities of ice cream at a time.
fuck. Well, I mean, I would assume with your dad being who he is.
Yeah, we used to. Yeah, we'd hit it.
I want to make it very clear that I think your dad is awesome and really funny. And despite the fact that he tried to
has
fist
some
fight
of
me
the
3
funniest-
times,
Yeah, he has some of the funniest beliefs on planet Earth.
I just think he's like a hilarious dude. What sealed the deal was when we were at Joey's baby shower, and the whole thing with the fucking Transformers. So okay,
Oh yeah.
so we're at Joe's baby shower, his son's baby shower, and we're all hanging out in the back. Or was it the first birthday? I can't remember. It was Joey's first birthday. That's what it was.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah. So it was Joe's son's first birthday. We're hanging out in his parents' backyard, and they're like, hey, there's a lot of little kids there. And like one of the family members is like, hey, do you guys want to do face paint with the little kids? They know that I like to draw. They know that Erin likes to draw, Joe's sister. And they're like, hey, would you do face paint with the kids? And we're like, yeah, okay, cool. And Erin's like, yeah, I'll do like girly shit. Like I'll do like butterflies and stuff. And then I was like, yeah, I'll do like boy shit. I'll do like Spider-Mans and Transformers and stuff. And then without a hesitation, like a split second after I say it, Joe's dad goes, yeah, I bet you'll do something trans. And like, even though he was making fun of me, like I couldn't even hate on him. I was like, I laughed so hard.
Yeah, that was prefaced with like the night before I told Chris.
And then I had to go
was
find
like,
Joe and tell him what happened. And I was like, your dad just said I was trans because I would do Transformers painting.
Yeah, no, I told Chris like the night before because I wasn't wearing the name tags I usually wear when I go out, and he was like, "What's up? No name tags?" And I was like, "Nah, I can't be funny with my dad." And he was like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, I mean, like if I'm funny, he thinks like, you know, any kind of being on stage is gay." Like he just thinks like anybody who's
It's the funniest shit ever. He's like, you can't be funny around my dad. He'll just think you're gay.
yeah.
It doesn't even matter like what brand of funny.
Yeah. So I was like, I mean, I bring 70% personality with
Which
him.
is so ironic because your dad is like hilarious.
He's ve-
Because your dad is so
He's
funny.
very funny, but also like he's like he collapses on himself with his ideas. But
There's like, dude, I want to talk about your dad the entire episode. I just can't. Like, there's like illegal activity I can't talk about.
we've never done anything illegal on this podcast.
Never,
ever.
never, ever, ever, ever.
That includes shooting fireworks in my basement. I have never done that.
Dude, I can't believe the Timberwolves won tonight. I'm sorry, last week. The Timberwolves won last week. Did you hear about that? It's so wild.
So the Denver,
Nuggets lost, man. They're out of it.
They're
Game
out.
7, Timberwolves progressed. That's insane.
that's what I thought you were asking me about. So,
Yeah, it's wild. It's wild. Anyway, I'm sorry. I got off topic. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You guys were going to talk about the dinner.
Oh God, dude,
yeah, I'll let Chris take the reins.
your
It
family
was just a regular
is so
family dinner to me.
awesome. Your family's so awesome. So I go out to eat dinner with Joe and his family, and like
It's for my mom's birthday.
it was great because like the amount of like miscommunications that were happening at the
It's
table.
unbelievable.
were-
My family is the worst at communication. I wish I could read you guys the text messages between me and my two sisters in the last 2 weeks trying to figure this shit out. It's like they didn't read the last text, and then they just answer what they think I might have said. I was like, are you guys getting my text messages? I was like, I don't understand. She was like, okay, so the gift is $300. That's $100 each. I was like, yes, that's 3 divided. That's 300 divided by 3. You are correct.
First of all, your Uncle Rudy, we have to get on the show.
Yeah,
like,
I know. I
your
told
Uncle
you, he's the
Rudy
best.
is this like is
You just
this,
name a celebrity. And he's
this
like,
gay dude. He's like a
fucking-
hairdresser who's been like
he's
he's
the
been
best.
a hairdresser for like celebrities forever for like the past
Yeah.
like 20, 30 years.
30, I'd say.
And he lives in New York City, and like he was at the dinner, and it was like we started talking about like we were making a joke about like Fast and the Furious.
We
or
have
something.
breaking news here on the podcast. This might come to bite us in the ass. Jack, let us know how this works out for you. You want to say it together?
I don't know what you're about to say. I have no idea what you're about
On the
to
count of 3, you both have to say what you're thinking.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Vin Diesel's gay.
So if you didn't know, Vin Diesel is a flaming homosexual,
Raging.
raging.
Yeah.
He could destroy cities with his homosexuality. He's
Yeah.
like, we could send him into the Middle East right now, and he would level every.
I've
like, he
rewatched
He would
Triple
solve
X.
all the problems. Everyone would be like, "We better stop, or they'll unleash the."
I've
So we're hanging out. We're there at dinner, and like we finished eating about 40 minutes
oh
prior.
my God. Like we hung in that restaurant for like 2.5 hours after we
And
finished eating.
if you've ever
It's
waited at a
crazy.
table before, and I know like a lot of you have, you know that like when you turn a table over, like when they pay, you're expecting them to leave 10 to 15 minutes after they pay the check, right? Like at the most 10 minutes after they pay the check. We were there 40 minutes after we paid the check.
And we took forever to ask for the
And
check.
Joe's uncle is just like, we're like running celebrities by him, and he's like, gay as a bird, dumb, ugly bitch. Like, he's just like, he's ranking,
Yeah.
and like he's just
Yeah.
giving like a 2-3 word review on every celebrity we mentioned to him. It was so good.
And like some of them were like, really cool. Like people that are known really cool. And we're like, what about him, man? He's cool. It's like, fucking, I feel so bad for him. I'm like, I don't feel bad for him at all.
Beats his kids.
He's like, fucking guy's wife is the worst, man. Like, the worst.
so good. We gotta get him out of here so bad, dude.
We'd have to put him in like a mask.
So awesome. So funny.
But it was. He
We're gonna-
he always does that though. Like I'll meet like a celebrity and be like, hey, I met this guy. He's like, fucking okay.
You gotta put a muzzle
Tells
on
me
him.
some wild shit. I'm like, all right, cool, dude. We should ask him about Diddy.
It was such a funny dinner, man. It was just
He
like,
definitely knows Diddy.
yeah.
Like I know for a fact he's met Diddy.
I buy that, man. I buy it. Yeah, what country do you think Diddy's in right now? I'm gonna say Nicaragua. I heard
You
that
just
there's
wanted
like
to say
I heard somewhere that there's like a
N-word.
non-extradition like clause or something there, and that like the American dollar is worth like $20 there, so it's like
I don't think he's worried about the
he could
American
just stay
dollar.
there for the next 30 years and nobody could ever touch him. Like yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about the American dollar value anywhere. He's like a billionaire.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, well, if you're worth $1 billion in Nicaragua, you're worth $3 billion. You know what I mean?
Like, if he blows through $1 billion somehow, $3 billion. is
And you
nothing.
got to figure like not all of his money is in like not untouchable.
Well, he's not gonna be able to sell shit now.
Yeah, so you got to feel like a third of it is in untouchable. Like
One of the
like-
wildest things is
stuff.
like those guys get more free shit than anything, and it's
Yeah.
like they can't afford.
It's crazy, man. It's
Whatever.
crazy. It's going to be really interesting to find out what happens to that guy. It's like international law and like all that stuff is like
It is
it's
Gonna
crazy.
be a sweet movie one day when they
But,
make Jason Bourne hunt down.
The United States of America is going to completely collapse by the time they ever catch this guy. So don't worry, don't worry about it, dude. This next election,
I hope he literally
is gonna
turns
be
into
insane.
the diddler. It'll be awesome if he starts just walking around with like weird suits on that are different colors,
The diddler.
and he keeps sending out videos to like news stations like, "You'll never catch me. I'm the diddler."
That's hilarious. Let's talk about Gaza. No, I'm just kidding.
I think we should address your guys' shirts.
I'm in.
Represent. I'm never late.
It's his. Yeah, it's his.
Never late.
He identifies in the time zone of he didn't say it that other time.
It's really the perfect shirt for me, but I can't really go into why it's the perfect shirt for me.
Other than that,
I have
he's
to say-
late all the time.
And I guess. Yeah, it's just the late thing. It has nothing to do with my profession otherwise.
Are you late to work?
All the time. I'm
Like how-
10 to 15 minutes late every day.
And how does that go?
I would say 4 times the amount of work of everybody else that works in that building, so no one cares.
You're that
No one
kind
gives a shit. But when you're one of those employees that like shows up late and also does nothing else, like you do the
Yeah.
bare minimum, then people notice. But the truth is that like I do like way more than a lot of other people. I care way more. Like I call like I don't know. So I feel like people are like it's okay. Like he could show up. 10
By the way,
minutes late,
that
it's
has
fine.
nothing to do with why I got that shirt for you. I didn't even.
Yeah, it had everything to do with the fact. Yeah, I know. It was the play on words, right?
No.
Then what the fuck are you talking about? Is it just me showing up late to drinking every time we're hanging out?
Yeah.
That's it. It's always like, hey, you guys want to hang out at Joe's tomorrow? Sure. All right, get there around 5. We're gonna get bombed, and then I show up at 5:45, and everybody's like, "You late piece of shit!" I'm like,
Late.
"You worthless piece." And it's funny. I show up 45 minutes late, and everybody's already like 3 hours worth of drunk. Like they're so drunk that I'm just like, guys, you jumped the gun. Like you're way more drunk than you should be.
We only
45 minutes
try.
into this party, like you guys are at a 4-hour drunk, and we're only 40 minutes into the party.
I pregame to hang out with you. So.
Thanks, man. Thank you.
I do lonely pregames. It's a whole ritual. You got to hear the music. It's nuts.
You guys really do blow my mind because up until hanging out with you guys, I always thought like I could drink like a motherfucker, and then I met you guys, and then I was like, oh, I can't drink that hard. I was like, oh, you guys are like a whole different animal. Like I gotta. Yeah, but then again, you guys are a lot younger than me.
We
so
also,
I think that's, like,
we're also just night people.
Yeah.
You're used to like mornings.
But man, me and my friends, like we would just buy a bottle of whiskey, we'd buy a bottle of scotch, and we would just sit at my kitchen table. And I wish we had a podcast then.
Make
like
them go away.
we would sit at my kitchen table and we would just bullshit, like 3 of us, and just finish a bottle of scotch, like between the 3 of us, and we would just be fucking wrecked. And we'd also have like a 6-pack of beers, like just for in between your glasses of scotch.
That's a good.
like,
That's a good segue into Memorial Day
it
weekend.
was so funny, and it was so funny. Like I don't know why, but like a huge topic of conversation was always sweaters. We were always like, you look really cool in that sweater. No, you look better in that cable knit. It was like, my buddy was like, hey,
I can't wait for
did you see
AI
that
to-
movie? Banshees of Inisherin. Did you see that movie?
Sheeran, yeah, of course.
He was like, it's a good movie, but you got to see it. If not for the sweaters alone.
There are some awesome sweaters in the movie, but so I forgot what I was going to say.
Memorial Day weekend.
Oh yes,
Yeah, what do you do on Memorial Day weekend? You barbecuing?
probably. I don't know. We might get grilly. I don't know. We might get grilly and peeved. No, I.
You gonna
Yeah,
hang
football
out? You gonna
Sunday.
hang out here with Scott? He's gonna smoke something up.
I hope so. That'd be nice. That'd be swell.
I wish you guys were going with us. I do.
You don't want that. Not till
Dude, how
Blueberry.
fun is Ireland gonna be? Can we talk about
Ireland's
how
gonna be awesome.
excellent
I can't-
Ireland's gonna be?
I can't wait. It's gonna be really cool.
So, guys, stay tuned because the Two Cubes podcast, we're going to Ireland.
Yeah, we're gonna record one from far away.
Yeah, it's gonna be June 21st. How long are we gonna be there? June 21st to
To the 30th. I
to
think
the
you leave the day
30th.
before though, right?
Yeah. So we're going to be in Ireland from June 21st to June 30th. Yeah, because in June there's only 30 days.
Yeah.
And
And then sometimes there's 31.
we might
in other
pod
months.
from Ireland, right? We were talking about that.
I don't know. I mean, we have to do Zoom or something. Which
We'll just
kinda
record an
sucks.
audio thing. Yeah, we'll give it
I'm
to
sure you
Jack.
can
We'll see what he
find
can
like
do.
a studio over there that'll do it for like an hour.
But
I know, but we
it'll
don't
be
have
so funny,
Jack.
dude. I can't wait to go. Your family
I
is
won't be
so
there.
funny. Your family is so funny. Like me and your sister are like really like vibing. You know what I mean? Like we're dating. We're getting along really well.
Things are going swimmingly. I'm
Yeah,
using all the S words
everything is
today.
set up for it to just be the most hilarious trip ever. Like I feel like it's gonna be like a really fucking.
I feel like it's gonna be a rom-com.
Yeah, totally, totally.
And rom-coms usually end in com.
They usually end in.
But I think it's a great meet cute for you too. I used that word correctly. I know you're looking
Meet
that way.
cute. Okay, all right. Okay, cool.
In Gaelic.
I want to make a lot of Gaelic jokes about our relationship, about Irish breakfasts in each other's mouths right now, but I feel like it's not appropriate. You know what I mean?
You want to drink Guinness with me? Is this a indecent proposal?
So I feel like this whole trip should just like instead of it being about me and Aaron, it should just be about me and you, just bonding.
Yeah, it would be really funny if the storyline of the trip is that me and Chris become friends.
It's like we become even deeper friends than we thought we were already were.
That or we literally live out the plot of Banshees of Inisherin and I cut my fingers off.
Me and Aaron break up, you and Sam break up, but me and you become even tighter friends.
And become gay.
Gaelic.
We become Irish gays. And then I cut my fingers off and stopped talking to him randomly because I got bored.
The podcast would just be all about the sweaters, dude. Instead of the cool t-shirts, we would just be wearing thick cable neck
The
sweaters.
new name of this podcast is Sweating.
Yeah, we're gonna turn the heat up to fucking 90
gonna just
and
talk
just wear
about-
thick fucking
Review sweaters.
just fucking just cable neck Irish. I keep saying cable nick. I mean to say cable knit. Irish fucking wool sweaters, turtleneck turnovers. You know what I'm talking about with the
Oh yeah.
yeah.
The Dennis Reynolds.
The Dennis Reynolds. Yeah,
The Sterling Archer.
I can see it being that. If I could get you into whiskey and scotch, I think the whole show could be in that. Well, you're already in the whiskey. You love Jameson.
Yeah, I love Irish.
Have you ever had like Jameson Gold Label?
I've had the Black Barrel. I've had the coffee.
You ever had the
orange,
18
I've
year?
had- Yeah, I've had the 18.
Oh, it's so. How good is it? It tastes like Jameson,
It's
only
very
better.
good, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's the same flavor of Jameson, only like
So I actually like
two,
Powers.
3 times as smooth. Yeah, it's
I
like-
actually like Powers over Jameson.
yeah, but 18.
Well, no, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
Like
also- it's like
18's
$200
different.
bottle.
I don't know if it's worth the price tag.
Yeah,
Like,
I
because
was
the price
saying.
tag is like $180 or something. But
yeah,
like,
that's what I was thinking.
but
I
if
was
you ever
talking around
taste it,
200.
it's so good. It's so smooth, man.
I
It's-
don't care.
I love it. If I could drink whiskey
I felt bad
and
drinking.
get
a-
fucked up and also like be like, whoa, like this is like like this doesn't burn, like this doesn't make me hate myself, like it's great.
No, that I felt bad.
But I will hate myself. Don't get me wrong. I will drink the
One
shit
year
that makes me-
for Christmas, I got Roy. Oh, maybe it was birthday. I got Roy a bottle of Johnny Walker Blue for letting us stay at his house.
Yeah, blue's good, but it's overpriced.
Well, I was
But
like,
it's
whatever.
good. It's very good, but it's overpriced.
But then that night he was like, all right, let's watch cryptozoologists talk. But let's do the blue. And I was like, no, man, I got that bottle for you. It's cool. Like, I
Yeah,
don't
but I
care.
mean, you bought it for him. He wants to drink it
Okay.
with you.
Well,
That's
so
natural.
he-
that makes sense.
Yeah. Well, we drank the whole thing, and I was like, I feel bad I drank that because I don't.
Nah, don't feel bad.
I don't
about
care.
That. Don't feel
Well,
bad
yeah,
about
I was like, I
You
was
should
like,
be so happy. You got fucked up off a bottle of blue, dude. That's so awesome.
no, it was cool. Yeah,
With
yeah.
like your best bud. Like,
Oh
that's,
yeah, well,
that's great.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was
Yeah.
great. I actually have a funny story about. So Roy, not really a guy who tries new shit that often. Like he'll drink whatever with
Yeah.
liquor, but like he's not like me where he's like, let's find
Yeah, Roy's just like get me drunk at all means necessary.
a good old can of
I know.
Bud.
Yeah, I know a guy named
get me,
Roy.
yeah.
I know that kind of good.
Yeah,
dude,
he's like, why are you guys playing beer pong? You can just fucking drink.
yeah. Like let's skip the middleman. Like,
Yeah.
what are you trying to meet girls? What are
Yeah.
you trying to flirt? Like, what is this?
It was like no fun involved in this. This is drinking. But no, he's hardcore. He's a hard hat man with the drinking. But
Hard hat, man.
So I came home from softball one night where it was an on-beer league I would get blacked out at. I had to take Ubers to and from my softball games because I didn't want to get a DUI leaving softball. But
Yeah, why not? Continue. Yeah.
growing up in Cedar Grove, man, you got to watch out. Those baton wavers will beat the hell out of you.
Cedar Grove sucks. No, I'm just kidding.
The
It's
town's
fine.
awesome. The police,
Yeah.
you know.
I could go off on the towns near me that the police were terrible. Metuchen cops, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. I'm touching this dick, bitch.
Yeah, they should be touching my Go ahead, go off, King.
I forgot where I was started.
You were talking about, I don't know, guys. what are we at right now, Jack?
45.
40.
45. Jesus Christ! I thought we were at an hour 45.
But
What I'm trying to get across is that I hate doing this podcast. This is too long.
good. Well, you're under
I'm
contract.
just kidding. I love it. It's great.
You're under contract for another.
Oh shit! He's got the
2,000
time up
episodes.
there. I wasn't even paying attention.
Yeah, it's just you got to look through the blinding light. You got to look Don Henley in the face over here. Blinded by the light.
Revved up like a deuce. Did anybody else ever hear that song and think that he's saying "revved up like a douche"?
Yeah,
because
I mean,
that's always what
I thought it was
heard.
wrapped up like a douche for like a long
Okay, revved up or wrapped up? Yeah, I can understand both
Wrapped
of
up
those.
like a douche in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Another roamer in the night. I don't know what the actual lyric is, but it's not Don Henley. It's
That's the Eagles. Don Henley's the guy who sings it.
that's fucking Bruce Springsteen, dude. Yeah, you're messing up.
Wrapped up like a douche.
Revved up like a deuce, another roamer in the night. That's the lyric is, and it's fucking, it's the boss, dude. Don't test my New Jersey knowledge. Revved up like a deuce, DEUCE. Yeah, there it is. The second one on the search. Yeah, blinded by the light.
Yeah. Blinded by the
Song by
light.
Manfred Mann? That's not fucking... Shut up. Play that. I really thought that was by the boss, dude. I thought that was by fucking...
That's what I was saying. It's the Eagles.
No, it's not the Eagles, but it's...
I think it's the Eagles. Don Henley and the Eagles.
Damn, man. I really thought it was fucking...
Blinded by the light.
It was Bruce Springsteen. I really thought.
I don't think you're correct.
I don't know if this is the original one. You think this is the original?
No, it was produced in 2011. That was in the fucking... It's the Eagles in like 1977.
No, it's not. Definitely not the Eagles, man.
Look up Eagles songs 1977.
Revved up like a deuce.
What do you mean? I
another
found it.
roamer in the night.
Yeah, but this isn't by the Eagles. Or
No,
Bruce
this is the
Springsteen.
original version.
This is the fucking song.
Okay. I don't think you're right.
I think he is. I can't. I really thought it was by fucking Bruce Springsteen. I didn't. But it's by no one we've ever heard of before. Now that I listen to it, it doesn't sound anything like Bruce Springsteen. I don't know why I thought it was Bruce Springsteen.
You got me tricked for a second. I was like, am I fucking way off? I don't think this is the original. I disagree with you.
Blinded by the light. Manfred Mann. Fuck Manfred Mann.
1977. Suck my dick.
It is. This song does fuck.
I'm blinded by this light, man. It's what started this, I guess, but it is impossible for me to see right now. It is just Manfred Mann. That's nuts.
Manfred
wait.
Mann. I want to know his ethnicity.
No, it's
I
a
want to know
group.
everything about him.
He was a 1970s
Let's do a
keyboard player.
deep dive on Manfred Mann.
I don't think we're getting him.
English rock band. Dude, how annoying is it that all of the English rock bands from back in the day, nobody had an English accent. They were all doing an American impression. It's crazy. Like there's no trace of an English accent in that song.
I don't think.
Yeah, but I
anybody
mean,
can-
in the Beatles, you could hear it.
Well, not always. No way. In a lot of the Beatles songs, they did not sound like they had a British accent. But then again, and then it's weird. Like you get a band that is 100% American from New York, like the fucking Ramones, and they sound like they're from England. Hey, let's go. Hey, let's go. And they're from Queens. It's like it doesn't make any sense, dude. It's so crazy. It's like all these British bands sang with an American accent, and all
I
these
also think you just
American
did
bands. What's up?
I think you just did an English rendition of the Ramones.
Listen to
The beginning of fucking I Want to Be Sedated.
no, that's not I Want to Be Sedated, but the Ramones, they always sang with like this.
Oh, it's Blitzkrieg Bop. That's it.
Blitzkrieg Bop. Like it's like they always had like this kind of like British sound to
doing
them, but they're
a-
from Queens. Like
Like
it
a
was so
Britpop
weird.
thing there. I like that. I like they did that.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's all these British bands, man. They just fucked with us so much.
What did you guys do this next weekend? Before Memorial Day was a thing.
What did I do this next weekend before Memorial Day?
Like Memorial Day weekend
Ooh,
is
that
coming.
is a time.
I'm assuming you were all around before the time of Memorial Day, so
So
there was no remembrance
I am
as you were the
going
first
on a-
human.
I'm going on a Memorial Day camping trip this weekend. So minutes from now, days from now,
Everything's minutes from now as long as it's in the future.
north south. I talked about how my camping companion is trying to
over a minute.
emasculate me. Yeah, we talked about that.
But you're trying to say before, like, we were adults.
Yeah.
What were you
So
doing
like
for
in
Memorial
high
Day
school
weekend?
for Memorial Day weekend, did you guys like rent shore houses and
I never had,
debaucherize?
I never had a like a
Friends?
tradition for Memorial Day weekend.
Oh.
It was always just like adults would get as drunk as possible and we would swim. Like that was pretty much it.
Oh, because the beaches and stuff.
Yeah, we'd be at the beach.
I was
and
like- I was like,
me
what the
and my
hell are you talking
sister
about?
and our cousins, we would swim as much as possible. And
Just
all,
everyone else getting drunk, I'm swimming.
and we'd play cards. Like parents would play cards, and like occasionally
For
include us.
us, MDW was a big deal.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it was the time of Seaside. It was the best.
It was the best.
I don't know what the hell Seaside was thinking because it was just a bunch of 16-year-olds.
What was
blacked out.
Seaside Boardwalk like when you were a kid? Because I'm a little bit older than you. I'm like 6 years older than you. What was it like when you were a kid? Because when I was a kid, it was the capital of sleaze. It was Sleazeside Boardwalk. It was like if you wanted to buy weed when it was illegal, if you wanted to buy a T-shirt
Yeah,
with
that was the
airbrush
best part of
titties on
that.
it, that was where you went.
Yeah, it was the best.
It's a one-stop shop.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. We were
and
there, and
airbrush
it was the
titty
worst
T-shirts.
place in the world.
It's a one-stop shop. Yeah.
And there was a lot of crimes and shit going on.
I watched. It's
Yeah,
the, it's
everybody was smoking weed.
The, it's
and
the
I'm
only time
assuming
I've
doing
physically seen
cocaine.
someone get curb stomped.
Yeah,
But
it was awesome.
it was unbelievable.
awesome. But
We were-
like,
I used to win the scooters in that throwing game where you knocked cans at thing, and then we would joust with them with brooms we stole from the
Yeah.
hotel.
it was literally like a 4-town wide like house party for 3 months.
Yeah.
It was nuts. Yeah,
But underage house party.
both like because there was definitely like your
Well, everyone was going to Carmine
dad
stuff,
and
but
your
it was-
uncle were fucking doing rails and drinking 40 beers.
That was
also.
the Aztec.
So and and they were in their 40s and 50s. So it was like it wasn't just kids. It was just everybody was getting fucked up.
Yeah.
There was a lot of really inappropriate things going on the boardwalk. There
Nuts.
was like you could just like pay $5 to shoot paintballs at a guy that was dressed like Osama bin Laden.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
remember that? Yeah.
Fuck
They
yeah,
still
I
do
remember
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, they do?
Yeah.
For real?
I
All right,
think
no
they,
shit.
they just changed the character.
Yeah, it was crazy.
sometimes.
And then like and if you didn't want anything to do with that, then you were just on the beach with no lifeguard, just swimming in the rip tide, you know what I mean? Just like it was
Seaside
awesome.
was the best.
Yeah.
It's cool still.
Probably like
Beachcomber's
smoking the
pretty
weed
sweet.
that you bought from the fucking weird store on the boardwalk. Like everybody was just destroyed. Like
Yeah,
everybody
it was pretty awesome. I got on the news once as a wizard.
Do you think we could find it?
I don't know, maybe. I think it was for like YouTube. I don't know that, but you could probably look up Seaside Wizard.
Dude, that's all it takes.
I think
don't know.
Seaside Wizard will do it. Yeah.
It was like a local. They were like, I don't know, students. I don't know what the fuck they were, but they were like, "What are you guys doing?" And we were blacked out and dressed as wizards.
It is like when I was a kid, I didn't appreciate it at all, like the Seaside Boardwalk. But now that I'm an adult, like I appreciate it so much. I was like, man, that was a weird place. Like it was such a weird place.
Go to videos.
Teenagers were just roaming around in droves, like just smoking weed, getting drunk, buying weird T-shirts,
Go
just
back to
doing
images.
crazy
What was
shit
it?
under the boardwalk. Like it was a fucking weird time.
That's the councilman.
And there was
John
just like
Wizard.
families there as well. Like it was just like families with
yeah.
kids, like trying to be wholesome while everybody was. Yeah, it was.
Well, yeah,
so
because they had
strange.
rides and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It was like, it was this weird like confluence of just like the most obscene shit mixed with the most wholesome family gathering shit. Yeah, it was-
What year, Joe?
Oh man, that had to be 2009, 2010.
what are we looking for right now?
Me as a wizard on the boardwalk.
Dude, you've been a wizard on the boardwalk every year.
Yeah, one of my Facebook profile pictures is me urinating in a garbage can on the Seaside Boardwalk. I have pink hair.
Can you describe to everyone what you've participated in a competition called The Wisest Wizard? I don't
Yes.
think we've ever discussed it on this podcast. What exactly?
That's the wizard story.
Yeah, well, but I've played multiple times. Never lost.
For the longest time, like I used to call it
He
Joe.
is the wisest wizard. He's never lost.
For the longest time, I used to,
his brother's like entire grade just calls me the wizard. That's it.
because of this story.
Yeah.
No. It's basically a drinking game where you just continuously drink beers and then you add the cans of beers to your staff. And whoever has the longest staff at the end of the competition is
Gets a
the
staff
wisest
infection.
wizard. Has a staph infection and is the wisest wizard. Joe has never lost this competition. You are allowed to knock beers off your opponent's staff, which I think lends itself to Joe's area of
you can't
expertise,
do
given
that.
his penchant for aggression.
You can't
What?
do that.
Huh? I thought you said you could.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you can gain extra cans
Because I feel like
by winning
tonight
Wizard's Chest. Which
I
is
would
the same thing as beer pong.
already have a staff of about 20 beers
Yeah.
by tonight, and I feel like you would probably have a similar staff.
Every 5, you have to take a different shot of alcohol, though.
Oh, so it has to be different. Okay, I knew
Well,
there was
that's how
some
we play.
kind of all right.
That's how we played back then. I mean, until you run out and then you can recycle.
Every 5. That's not a lot. That's not a lot, ladies and gentlemen. Every 5 beers is not a lot.
Yeah, no, it'll fuck you up the game.
Yeah, it'll
Well,
ruin
the
you.
particular weekend that Jack is referencing, it was a 3-day Wisest Wizard. So it started on Thursday night and ended on
and
Sunday
it goes
night.
through the night.
It went just 3 days. The end of 3 days, whoever had the most staffs. So we decided whatever, all full staff was.
Did
20
anybody
beers.
like go into multiple staffs? Like you have like 3 staffs?
We had, 15 staffs. It was just whatever. Again, it was 3 days.
And if somebody tries to sabotage another staff, is there some kind of repercussion for that?
Yeah, we probably would have tased them.
Just saying, probably. Not a guarantee.
You know how easy it is
We
to
also
tase
had
somebody
mace.
who was walking around with an aluminum staff?
Do you know what an easy target they are?
Yeah.
I want to play Wisest Wizard. I don't know if I could win, but I want to participate.
You'd be a magnificent. That's the problem. Is most of the time when I've played, I have like one adversary who I'm like, I just got to beat him, and then I'm good. I don't got nothing to worry about here.
I think I might be able to give you problems.
Oh yeah,
The
thing is, to me, it'd be time.
Yeah,
Because if it was a short game, you're gonna kill me because you drink them fast.
I do drink fast. So I had a friend, I had a coworker, Alan, that like for a while we've been talking shit to each other that like he could drink beers faster than me, that he could chug beers faster than me, and I was like, I don't know, man. I think like you don't know me. Like I could chug a beer real fast.
I could chug one
And
beer
then
fast, but
throughout-
then by 3, I'm
Throughout our years working together, he was like, I don't know why, but just like given your demeanor, I think you might be able to give me problems. I'm like, yeah, I could totally give you problems. So then finally he got another job and he left. And we had a happy hour like in his honor. And he was like,
In memoriam.
let's chug a beer, like to finally decide who's better. So we did, and I'm gonna send you guys the video. I lost, but I'm gonna tell you it's by like 100th of a second. Like we chugged it, like both of us threw a beer back in under 4 seconds. It was like a pint of beer. It was just like bang, like we threw it down so fast.
I should time it against. I have
he
a good
beat me
chugging video.
in the video. You can see it's like he finishes a second before me, and then we like slam it, and I'm just like, it was so close, and I was so disappointed in myself. But afterward, he was just like, nobody's ever come that close before, man. Like he was like, I'm impressed.
Have
I was
you
like,
seen that guy who does the
I was like,
$100
if we
challenge?
did best out of 3, dude, I would have won. Like I was like, it's been a while since I chugged a pint like that. Like,
Do you know the guy who does he does chugging challenges for $100?
yeah, that guy's insane.
Yeah,
He's also
that
like
guy
7
is-
feet tall. And
I know, but that guy,
he drinks
it's
a pint of beer
unbelievable.
like it's nothing. Like it's a
the
shot.
big thing
Like,
with him,
he just
though,
goes like,
It's like
it's like
yeah.
a pint, like nothing. Yeah,
But it's
crazy.
But he'll do it 40 times
Yeah,
in a row.
He does it at tailgating at like football games. Like it's
He was
crazy.
like college
that guy's
game
a beast.
day.
I would love to have him as a guest on the show.
Yeah. That'll be a real fun episode.
Oh, it'd be amazing. Dude, we start out totally sober and we just do beer after beer
just-
after beer.
Just power hour.
Yeah, every time somebody says a
against that guy
noun, we
till
have to chug
till
a
we
beer.
win.
Maybe that's the next challenge we do. It's a drink off after the tobacco more.
I'd be so shitty.
We got to get a tobacco challenge, and then we got to get me and you got to somehow face off against somebody else drinking. Because I feel like you're such an animal drinking, and I'm at least like a role player drinking. You know what I mean? Like I'm decent.
You're much more than a role player. It would depend on what we were doing. Again, beer games or something like that, or if it was like just sitting and drinking.
Classic
Shot for
case
shot is
race.
where I'm really a danger because I won't stop.
Yeah, because you drink a fucking bottle of vodka a night.
Yeah, I won't. I just will be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm fine.
Yeah,
Continue. But no, beers, I don't drink them as nearly as fast.
Well, we're gonna have a drinking competition on the show. I feel like because that's really what this show's about. When we break down, I know we had the mission statement
boil
a
it
couple
down.
episodes ago, but this show's really just about
We drink.
the alcoholism. It's all about the substance abuse.
This is therapy for me. I don't talk about any of my problems. I only tell you guys the good stuff.
Are you well into your 30s and still dealing with an alcohol problem? Well, then we're the podcast for you.
Do you feel like you might live in a frat house, but you also live with your girlfriend and child? Then this podcast is for you. Do you both sleep in an attic?
like legitimately though. Like,
It's kind of like if Van Wilder just kept going.
yeah.
Yeah. If you sleep in an attic, this is the show for you.
Listen, I didn't mean it to be like this. All right, it's just how it turned out.
But we do both sleep in attics, so don't fuck around.
I kept trying to step my game up, and I just kept hanging out with drunker people and drunker people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
Like
then he reached here
everywhere I
and stopped.
turned, it was just like, oh, here's more people that I relate to. And yeah.
I do like that we met. Sam usually makes terrible decisions on people to hang out with, so.
Yeah. Yes. I would agree with that. Is that Sam's awful? I think that's the basic gist
It's
of what you're
unbelievable.
getting.
I can't wait for AI to clip this and her to like this video.
Well,
If we could just get an AI clip to just be like, are you interested in Sam's just being the most awful people on earth? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the worst thing.
Oh, we didn't even
Sam's.
we didn't even talk about how funny the fucking AI clips are on our shit. Oh,
we didn't
dude,
get-
it's
we
so
didn't get to
good.
that this one. But all right.
We'll talk about it next
It
time.
seems we're getting the nod.
I don't know if this episode was any good, but I'm so bombed. I'm like 20 beers in. I know this guy's fucked up too.
I'm a mess.
I think episode, what is this, 14 is a success. I think we did good.
Yeah,
Yeah, this
I agree. I also am 100% blind now. My eyes have just dried up. I can't see. I can't talk. My voice is gone.
I want to invite like our world into this. Like, I want to get Bobby on here. I want to get Anthony and fucking Rob on here. I just want everybody fucking just talking their shit on
I have
here.
plenty of Bobby recorded if you ever want more.
All right, good night, everybody. 2 Cubes Podcast. Stay
Happy
tuned.
Memorial Day
Episode
weekend.
15.
You have yourself a hell of a morning, and Keep crushing it.